Sassy wanted to come say hi for my last video of the year. Did you know, everyone, that Sassy is going to be 14 next year? You're getting old, Sass. Everyone, Miranda here. Oh my god, it's already like the conclusion of 2014.
Where did this year go? I have no idea.
Those people that have been subscribed to me since last year around this time, you would know that last year I did my booktube highlights for 2013. Now I am doing the same thing 1 year later. So this is my booktube highlights for 2014. 2014 for me has been quite a busy year on booktube. A lot has happened. So in today's video, I'm going to look back at some of the best moments of 2014 for me as a booktuber. I think one of the best memories to conclude last year and going into the new year was when I did the Christmas tree made out of books tag. Novel Adventure tagged me to do this. It was their original tag. This was probably one of the best tags I have ever done on booktube. Basically, the gist of the tag was to make a Christmas tree out of all your books. So I had to strip all my shelves and just completely make this tower out of books. It was just such an experience, and I remember just thinking, oh my god, I have to talk about this in my booktube highlights for 2014 because I had a blast doing it. Christmas tree of my books stayed up for a couple of days after that before it got knocked down. I'd like to thank 1 year on A Novel Adventure for tagging me to do that. First ever video I posted this year was the traveling book. Last year I had this little idea called the traveling book. I am just so thrilled how much booktube has accepted this idea. Over this last year, people have actually got inspired and told me by my traveling book video to start their own traveling book. I cannot believe that. That is just unbelievable. I came up with the idea for the traveling book, you know, while eating dinner and, you know, talking to my mum about the sisterhood of the traveling pants, because I thought, well, if a pair of pants can travel around the world, why can't a book, you know, travel around the world? And then I thought, you know, I've got to introduce this idea to booktube because we live all around the world and it'll help us just connect, you know, something we can have together. That's how I invented the traveling book. And the traveling book is leaving Danny and it's going to Gwen, and then from her it's going to come back to me. So hopefully I should be getting it in the new year. As soon as I get it, I'm making my huge wrap-up video showing everyone that's got it throughout the year. And then I'm going to be sending it around the world again, and I already know who I'm going to be sending it to next. I'm not telling you that till that video, so stay tuned for that one. Thank you to all the girls that have got the traveling book this year. Not one boy. Am I about to change that? Thank you to everyone that supported that project. Thank you to everyone that actually accepted that idea into booktube. That's my highest rating video. And thank you to everyone that had the book and what you've added to it, because it looks freaking amazing now. I'm like,
It's just so awesome.
this year I also ended up reaching 2,000 subscribers. This was a big moment for me because it was past the 1K zone and into the 2K zone. I was just purely wrapped. For 2K, I created an idea and it was called Decorate My Wall Booktube, where people could make me things and send them in either by, you know, computer or actually physically make me some. A lot of people sent me stuff in. Made things for me by computer, they drew things for me and scanned them in, took photos for me. I put everything up on my wall, as well as some book posters. To this day, like, I love filming in front of that wall just to have things that people from booktube made behind me. If they watch my videos, they can be like, oh my god, I made that. I really loved the idea of Decorate My Wall. You guys loved it too, and I'm so happy that that idea was okay. One of the things also to define this year, I came up with another idea and that was read your bookshelf-a-thon. I got that idea by just staring at my bookshelf, and now it's one of YouTube's most favourite marathons. It was just amazing. So far I've done 3 rounds of Read Your Bookshelf-a-thon, and I've always hosted it alongside Gary or Lanely, because Lanely is absolutely mad for this idea. I'd just like to thank them too. Thank you for, you know, hosting some rounds with me this year. I really appreciate it. It just makes it so much easier. I'd like to thank everyone that has participated in Read Your Bookshelf-a-thon. It means a lot to me doing my marathon and that you enjoy it, and it helps you get through some of those TBR piles. Round 4 is going to be coming in the new year. The next 24-hour reading marathon is coming in the new year. So I haven't had time to do it in December as I said I would, but I will be doing it in the new year. So if you want to participate with me with that, the video for that, saying when it is, will be coming very soon. Book to movie adaptation. This was one of my other marathon ideas, and a couple of people did it this year, like Kelly from Booksville and Lathan Neville. And I'd really like to thank both of them for participating. Marathon where you watch book to movie adaptations for like 12 hours. It was such a fun marathon to do. I really enjoyed doing it with all of you. I will definitely do one again in the new year. Thank you for also accepting that idea. It really means a lot. I was also featured in a couple of people's videos this year. Kyla has made a couple of videos I was featured in, you know, to do with like favourite books of the year. So thank you so much for Kyla for asking me to be in those videos. And Brittany's Book 5. Thank you so much for giving me, I think about middle of the year, you made this video and you gave me one of the nicest shout outs ever. Thank you, Brittany, so much for that video and for saying that you really like me as a booktuber. I was also mentioned in Mandison's video, so thank you so much. Now, Helene probably knows about this, and I think a bit of BookTube knows about this. This year was the year of Zeus and Sassy. This is Helene's cat over at Helene Jepperson. You know Sassy, my cat. Zeus and Sassy kind of got together over this year over the internet. Zeus says hi to Sassy. So Sassy and Zeus became like
BookTube's first cat couple.
Helene, you know, Sassy still says hi to Zeus. That's all they ever do. They stare at each other.
Absolutely beautiful.
A couple of authors ended up replying to me this year, which really made my year. Firstly, I posted a book review on Tomorrow Island Stone Time Between Us. She ended up commenting on that video and replying. That like made my new year, I have to say. It was so lovely because she's one of my favourite authors. But one of the things that made 2014 for me, oh my god, when Lauren Kate replied to me. Yes, she did. I sent her a message like so long ago, right? And then it wasn't until this year, because Random House started sending me stuff, she ended up replying to my message. I literally freak, because she's like my favorite author ever. And I can remember being at school and just getting that message, and she actually watched my Fallen casting discussion, which Random House Australia shared. So thank you so much for that. I could not believe that. Like, I was so excited.
That's like my favourite series ever.
Also mentioned in a couple of birthday videos. I was mentioning Shannon's one, Lanely's one, and I think also Danny's one as well. So thank you so much for asking me to be part of those videos. I really truly appreciate it. Shannon over at Cozy Tea Read, donating for the Library in Africa project that she had going. I participated in that and I donated all my Jacqueline Wilson books from my childhood. I'd like to thank Shannon for starting that project, for actually putting that on BookTube, and that really got me, because I'm so glad that these kids will have those books to read. In May, I created another marathon, and that was May for Mortal Instruments. City of Heavenly Fire came out this year. I was so excited to that book. Like, I could not wait. It came out, I'm just like, how? I am reading Mortal Instruments in the month of May, and a lot of people participated in that readathon, so thank you so much to everyone that participated. That really meant a lot to me. You probably all know the booktuber Cold Tea and Crumbs. She interviewed me this year. I'll leave the link down below to that. That was really awesome how you said, oh, Australia's sweetheart. Thank you so much for mentioning me in that. I did a couple of live shows this year. Richard over at Book Boys and Such, now Richard Reed, asked me along to some live shows, and how could I say no? I had never done a live show before this year. Richard and I and Whitney, that was my first ever live show. It's just so much fun to talk to them, you know, talk to people from, you know, America. I was in Australia.
You really tell the accent difference in that live chat.
But thank you so much for Richard for asking you to be a part of that. Second time that I also did a live chat, more people kept joining, and I was fortunate enough to talk to one of my favourite booktubers, Benjamin Thames. He was online and I was just so excited to talk to Ben. I think you saw that in that video, because I'm like, oh my god, like I'm talking to someone that I think is famous, like on BookTube. That was an awesome live chat, I think the second time. It went for about 3 hours. Thought it was great to join. We had Rose and we also had Simon. And next time, Simon,
Well, make sure your computer does not freeze.
thank you so much for Richard for getting me in those live chats. We have to do one in the new year, and I know I keep saying this, but we do. Celebrated my 1 year on BookTube. And for that video, I looked back at some of my very first videos, and that video was actually went really well on BookTube. I have had so much fun this last year from my time on BookTube and now on. Looking back, it really like puts things into perspective how far, you know, you do come in a year, and even it'd be the same for other people who started and look back at their first video and thought, oh my god, look at me back then. It's so cringeworthy to how they are in a year's time. It's really amazing when you look back. So I'm so glad that you liked that video. Richard also launched a shelfie video this year. I loved that video. It was to do with, you know, the selfie song, but he did shelfie, which is where he put booktubers in front of their bookshelves. Thank you so much for asking me to be a part of that. I turned 18. I have to give a special shout out to this person, Lathan. Lathan has been with me since I first started. He has commented on nearly all my videos. He's one of my biggest fans. For my birthday, he released this video called 18 Years of Miranda.
Oh, it was Miranda's birthday about a month ago, but I didn't make a video saying, hey Miranda, happy birthday.
Oh my god, it was just the best video. He got some of my photos from Facebook and he ended up commenting on them and what I'm doing in them. Make that for me. Thank you so much, Lathan. That was just one of the best videos ever. And he also made a happy birthday video for me as well, featuring other booktubers. Have that done for me, because I never thought anyone would make a video like that for me. Thank you so much for doing that. I really, truly appreciate it. I was also very lucky enough to be part of Chloe's travelling book. I brewed a Bibliflower and she did her own travelling book. Her travelling book was sweet. That was awesome to be part of someone else's travelling book. This year, I also went to Sydney for Book Expo Australia. I went with 3 fabulous girls, Ali, Michelle, and Nicole. Stayed in Sydney for the weekend and also went to, you know, this book expo. I had a complete ball with those 3 girls. It was an amazing time. At Book Expo Australia, I ended up meeting one of my favourite Aussie booktubers, and that was Little Book Out. Oh my god, that was just, it was just one of those, you know, surreal moments, because you see, you know, some booktubers on the screen, and then when they're right in front of you, you're just like totally free. And, you know, meeting also other booktubers, that was just surreal, because, you know, you just never think that will happen. And all those girls at Book Expo Australia, I'm ever in Sydney, or, you know, it happens next year, we are catching up again. I also had another idea this year, and that was Tell My Life. I originally got this idea from Document My Life. Instead of doing the Document My Life where you just show things that you've done, I kind of tell you it at the same time. People have really enjoyed them. So thank you, BookTube, for accepting that idea. I also am thinking in the new year, since you liked my Queensland in a nutshell video, for big events and stuff like that, so say I go to Supernova, or I go, you know, on a holiday, do more in a nutshell videos where I kind of vlog when I'm on those things. I'm thinking, because that was actually not that bad rating, because I also did that for my Book Expo trip, so I'm thinking. Down below, would you like more in a nutshell video? To end of this year, I ended up reaching 3K. So with 3K, I keep going below it and above it. It's been like a wild ride, but I'm in the 3K zone now. Hopefully I stay there. Thank you so much to everyone that subscribed to me. I do have a giveaway going. It's still open until about January 13th for that, so make sure you all enter. It is international. To conclude this video, thank you so much to all my subscribers for this year. Thank you so much for the amazing memories of 2014. I've really had a blast bringing videos to you this year. Sorry I haven't been able to film as much as I used to film. I've just been super busy, but hopefully in the new year I'll have heaps more videos for you all. You know, we can introduce some new memories for the new year. I wish all booktubers success in 2015. I hope that year for you can be the best possible year, and I really hope that, you know, BookTube within itself is growing as a community, so I can meet heaps more people. I am Miranda. Thank you so much for watching. See ya.